Hey guys, Sade Spence here, and I've got Bowers Wilkens PX wireless noise cancelling headphone. It's the company's first go at this type of model, and I'd say they did a pretty good job. But is it worth $400? Keep watching to find out. Bowers Wilkens PX headphone exudes a look of modern luxury with a little bit of minimal aesthetic. I mean, if you take a look at it, it's got pretty nice, pristine metal exposures and a really cool looking hinge. A cable nestled between two pieces of exposed metal. I mean, it's really in a class of its own. And while the headband is made of high quality leather, the same leather is also found on the ear cups. Unfortunately, as loose as this leather feels, it falls a little bit thin. Other reviewers might disagree, but I enjoy really soft, plush, cushiony ear cups, kind of like the ones on the Sennheiser PXC 550. And even though they're comprised of a really superior form of leather, I can tell, even with extended wear, it'll probably loosen up a little bit, but it'll only become so soft. That's not changing. I do, however, agree that the thin nature will probably keep your head from overheating, but this has never actually been a problem for me, so I would take the fluffier ear cushions. The frame, I find, is actually a little bit heavier than I was expecting, especially if you're commuting. I feel like it's rather heavy on the head. It applies also a great deal of pressure on the sides. So I find this fit just a little bit uncomfortable. This may not be the case for everyone, but it kind of was the case for me. Possibly stretching it over some books for a night would probably help with this. Also, I feel the active noise cancelling headphones I've listened to with fluffier ear cushions provide better sound isolation. This headphone didn't give me a lot of that, so I felt like I could hear a lot of my environment when I wasn't engaged in active noise cancelling. And this brings me to the features section. So there's a button on the right ear cup that actually turns on active noise cancellation, also known as the environmental filter. There are 3 presets for that. You've got City, Office, and Flight. Flight, the latter, provides the maximum amount of active noise cancelling. It's pretty cool that I'd say it's at a position where it could practically rival the PXC 550 and the Sony 1000Xs, but they may be just a little bit stronger than Bowers Wilkens. But they did a pretty good job for their first attempt. I also like that you can choose from 3 presets. However, you can't actually do that from the headphone. You have to go into your purse, find your phone, and go into the app and then change it. The button on the side of the headphone actually just switches back and forth between on and off. But if there is an easier way to do this and I just don't know, someone give your girl a holler. Another feature that's actually pretty cool on this headphone is a sensor that turns your music on and off. And it does so when you put your headphones on and you take your headphones off. Unfortunately, it just falls into a category that's a little too sensitive for me. I often found that it was turning my music on and off all the time. You can actually change this in the app. I turned it to light sensitivity, but even then, minor movements of my head would turn the music on and off. So I just turned it off completely. Thank goodness for it. I mean, it was really ambitious of Bowers Wilkens, but it just didn't work for me. When it comes to sound, these headphones are really good. They're balanced and full of detail. The overall sound is actually really smooth. It moves effortlessly between lows, mids, and highs. It makes for a really pleasant listening experience. And there's actually quite a deal of separation, even though it's wireless and engages in active noise cancellation. When it comes to sound, you really can't complain unless you're a bass head. I mean, it's got a really nice wide soundstage, so the bass takes a little bit of a hit. You can hear the sub bass, but I'd like a richer, fuller, more robust sound. I mean, the mids are really nice and detailed, kind of light, and so are the highs. And the highs actually benefit because they kind of shimmer above the rest of the music. It really makes for a very nice, pleasant, smooth and light listening experience. And here are some quick specs for you. The headphones operate using Bluetooth 4.1 and can run for up to 22 hours using both Bluetooth and active noise cancelling. They reach a frequency response between 10 to 20,000 hertz on an impedance of 22 ohms using 40mm drivers. So are these cans worth $400? Well, they sound absolutely beautiful. Hands down there. They're pretty easy to use, buttons are pretty functional. However, I don't like that I have to access the 3 presets by going into my mobile phone. As for the fit, They're pretty comfortable in terms of leather. It's pretty nice. However, the ear cups for me were just a little too thin. If your ears easily overheat, these may be for you. However, I like to opt for a plushier, more cushiony ear pads, something like the Sennheiser PX 550. But if it sounds like something for you, definitely give it a go. I would just suggest trying it on first. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Sade Spence for Major Hi-Fi. See you guys later.